Greetings everybody out there in the watch loving world. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there, and the few of you who like watches like we do. Hope you get a nice watch today. I wanted to talk a little bit about Rolex. Now, a lot of people are saying, should you buy, should you sell, or should you hold? And my experience with Rolex is hold. I've owned 4 Rolexes, and pretty much any Rolex you sell right now, 4 years down the road, you're going to regret it, because the price is probably going to be more than it is now, and it's going to be more difficult to replace. So if you have a collection, now if you have a collection of Rolex watches, if you have more money than me and have a collection of Rolex watches, and yet, yes, you can thin some out if you want, but keep in mind that replacing a Rolex watch is going to be more expensive. Now, my first Rolex, I owned 4 of them. My first Rolex was a Air King that was made in 2007. That was the reference 14000, 14,000. Loved it, nice watch. But anyway, I traded it off to an authorized dealer, and I think I paid $2,800 for that watch. So now if you go to the same watch, you're looking at $4,000, or right around $4,000 for the same watch. So, and then I had a Milgauss, and the white dial Milgauss was kind of lagging a few years ago, and so I traded it off to another authorized dealer. I think I had around $6,000 in that one. They're going in the $9,000 range now. So, and then I had my little, what else did I have? I had the Oyster Date, 1500, and the price on them is up. Now, these are 40-year-old watches you're talking about, 40 and 50-year-old watches, and they're pushing $3,000 to $4,000 to $5,000. And I think the market's just ridiculous. Is it probably going to drop some? Oh, definitely. You know, the Rolex Submariner, no date, is around $9,000. The Rolex Submariner with a date is $10,100. That's the retail price. If you go on the gray market, they're from $11,000 to $14,000 for a Rolex date. So I'm thinking, if you own a Rolex, if you only have 1 or 2, hold on to them. Anyway, it is a good watch. Before they became a luxury item, they were just a good watch, and they got a good reputation. They're still a good watch, but now the prices have went out of hand, and I don't see it correcting to the point where it's going to make a difference in the long run. It'll probably be a slow correction, and then the price will be up because of supply and demand, and the demand is way more than what can be borne. But if you go on Chrono 24, well, let me show you my watch that I'm wearing today. Is my Seiko Xkx 175. It's one of my favorite watches, and I owned it for 20 years. This is the only watch I had. So I had to dust it off, do the Seiko shuffle on it, and put it back on. And here's another little watch that I picked up, which is probably not going to go anywhere because, let's face it, I will not get a Rolex for the price I got this Tudor Hydronaut. And it does have the Rolex triple locking crown mechanism. And you won't find a Rolex with a red second hand on it, red lettering. The prices are just, the Tudor is really a good deal on a watch. If you want to get a Rolex with the same like this, it's going to cost you thousands of dollars. So anyway, if you own a Rolex, my recommendation is to hang on to it. If you got 1 or 2, keep them, because they're just supply and demand. They're hard to get. No matter where the price goes, it is going to be difficult to replace. Well, I hope you liked my video. Thank you for subscribing, everybody. And remember to keep your watches all wound up.